I mean, the only advice I have is what I did, which is that if you like the performance part of acting rather than the, kind of other part of acting, which is the publicity part or fame part, then you should want to do it in any capacity. I think the next thing I'm doing is a play in a 100-seat theater because I really want to do the play as opposed to maybe just being, in as big of a movie as possible. There are some really great advantages to being in a big movie. You could make a living from it. It affords other opportunities, and maybe the movie itself is really good as well. But so the advice I always give, and I don't like to give out advice because I don't know how to do. I don't know what the right path is. But to me, if you like the performance aspect of acting, you should want to do it in any venue.
Sammy, come help the men. Sam. Happy Hanukkah. You're always welcome.
There are fantastic actors I know of who are not, working in anything that we would have seen, and yet their skill set is equal to mine. So that makes me feel like a lot of success is about luck.
How many children? I want 8.
Even know what to do with a beautiful girl? Don't listen to me. He's jealous. Jealous of marrying a girl I don't even know?
Yeah. Also, I've been in a lot of things that no one has ever seen, or if they have seen, no one has ever they haven't liked. So I've been in things too. So it's not that my skill set naturally lends itself to something being popular. I've been in many things that are unpopular, and I put forth the same efforts and talents. So I never really thought of a character as likable or not likable in the same way a person wouldn't think of themselves as likable or not likable. When you take on a role, you try to think of it, from the inside out rather than thinking about how it would be perceived.
You're not supposed to touch it.
Jackie.
My mother was like a birthday party clown, so on the weekends she would perform at birthday parties. And my father is a professor at a university, so in business they understand the arts. My mother, they're both very supportive of the arts. My dad kind of from like a kind of culturally analytical way. My mother from the performance way, and so that was they provided a nice basis for me to do it. We lived in the suburbs in New Jersey, and I really wanted to be in New York City and be involved in a different world, and a world I felt more comfortable in. I didn't really have a good feeling in my school in New Jersey, so to go into New York and to be part of the entertainment world was very alluring to me. And when I was 14 years old, I was old enough to go and do it. And then I was very attracted to the world of theater and movies. And at the same time, there's kind of a dark side I saw people taking advantage of other people. That's a real unattractive part of it.
You need to keep those pills moving. We can help you do that.
Oh, well, I started doing plays when I was very young, when I was 8 years old, and I've done them my whole life. And it can be a really it can be the most exhilarating thing in the world to do a play because of, unlike a movie where, you're shooting on very small parts. Holy Rollers was shot in 19 days, but The Social Network was shot in about 75 days. So, so even in a movie like Holy Rollers, where you're filming it very quickly and staying involved in the scenes as much as possible and sleeping with it and, thinking about it all the time, you're still kind of shooting only small parts of it at a given time, whereas a play you're experiencing the entire story over the course of 2 hours and oftentimes in real time. So that can be exhilarating, and in many ways far more exhilarating than doing a film.